Hello all, hello all. I saw the wildest stuff on Kinder G last night, right? I saw this on Kinder G and I had to do a live. I had to do a live on it because it was just too wild, right? And if I'm not doing this I'm not doing this live correctly, so what? It would be my first one. But I had to talk about it. I'm not really sure what I heard last night because I was kind of tired. But this guy was the first candidate up for Kinder G. And I was just like flabbergasted. But let me get into it.
Earlier on the weekends, because that seemed like that was a good time for y'all. All right. Tyshawn, show me the room, Tyshawn. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
What is that like a vending machine next to you?
No, I'm in the den of
Oh, you in the den.
Yeah.
Was it snacks? Is it? I'm nosy. Was that snacks?
No, that's just like some like knickknacks and stuff. From my grandma's stuff.
Oh, okay. What's your name? Is your name Tyshawn?
Yeah, my name's Tyshawn.
Tyshawn, where you calling from, love?
Camden, South Carolina.
South Carolina. How old are you?
36.
36. What you do for a living?
I was working with Amazon for 8 years, but due to a situation that happened, I was trying to get back to Amazon here in South Carolina, but something happened. HR couldn't accommodate me. So right now, I can truly say I'm looking for a job, and I'm hoping I can get a job soon because I really need to get back on my feet because Amazon was pretty good to me for about 8 years. When I left, I was actually a tier 3. I was a ship clerk, so I was really starting to get into my maturation because I was hoping to be in operations in Amazon for a long time. So I really love Amazon, and hopefully, God willing, hopefully I can get back so I can actually restart my maturation with Amazon. So
somebody praying to go to work at Amazon. He praying to get back to work at Amazon. If more people prayed to get back to work, we would be at full capacity working. I swear to God. Because he's willing to do whatever to make it work. He's willing to do whatever. He said, God willing. I ain't never heard no dreamer or no prayer like that, but Amazon. Well, he ain't slow because he used some big words in that introduction, so he ain't slow. All right. But I can't see nothing but the lips and the teeth, so let's keep going.
Right now, I'm just hoping that I can get Amazon back soon so I can get back on my grind because I really love Amazon, and that's actually where I saw myself for the rest of my life and to retire there.
Okay. Well, a couple things. I'm not sure if you want to share, but we're all intrigued on what happened.
So, and this is just me because last year, actually before this all kicked off, I was going through cancer. I recently, from February to about August, I was a cancer patient. I had stage 4 Hodgkin lymphoma. I praise God. Actually, next week, sometime in the next week, I will be. This week will be 1 year of me being not only cancer free but remission free. So praise God for that.
Praise God. Does he have to think with his eyes closed? Is that a normal thing? I've never seen it before, where you talk literally everything you say, you have to close your eyes. Or maybe he's nervous. I don't know. But he's on a dating show. So he already got sympathy. But what is his dating prospects? He wants to work at Amazon. Let's see.
Praise God for that.
So I was living, and I'm all about being honesty, transparency. I was living with a young lady that was my best friend, but due to the fact that I was being manipulated, I decided that I had to leave because I was in Georgia.
Of course it was Georgia. Where else would it be? She was making you pay her rent and her friend's rent. You being manipulated. You were paying her rent and her friend's rent. Bet you wasn't getting no sex though.
Where I was at the time, I decided to, finally get up the courage and say, okay, I gotta leave because this isn't working out. And unfortunately, the team I was with, I really got in a good rapport with them. They were my team, they were my family. They helped me out, and we were destined to do big things in our facility and also in the network. But due to the fact I had to leave, it was very, very bad on that part. I was, just I really didn't want to leave, but I had to because I had no place to go. So I had to, unfortunately, return back to my grandmother's house, which I am right now.
So the trifling chick threw his ass out in Atlanta. Obviously, that would happen in Atlanta because you women in Atlanta don't have no good reputation. Y'all trifling, according to people. Anyway, threw him out of Atlanta. So he had to go back to his grandmother's basement or where she keep those knickknacks at. He had to go back there, and you probably cleaned out his bank account because he said you manipulated him. He wasn't getting no sex. I bet you he wasn't getting no sex though. I bet you he wasn't getting none of that. So he got manipulated out of his money. He had to leave. You took all of that, and now he back in his grandma's basement. Wait a minute, hold up. Did he say he was working or is he unemployed? Wait a minute, what?
So yes, ladies, I do stay with my grandmother, but I do have aspirations of finding my own place when I do get a job and, get back up and running. So at the end of the day, that's why I'm currently with my grandma's house. So I'm just like, I wish I could have left sooner, but it's, it was I should have left sooner, and I should have just, you know, got out when I was supposed to. But when I did, my team cost it. My team lost me, and they really didn't want me to stay. They really want me to stay, but I had no place to stay. I was actually living in a hotel and driving from South Carolina all the way to Georgia for about almost a better part of a month.
Wait a minute, hold up. If these people was your good friends that you work with, why couldn't they offer for you to stay with them for 2 months till you got on their feet? They knew where you worked. They knew when you got paid. What kind of friends is these? I at least would have tried to help you in some way, shape, or form, housing wise, find you somewhere to stay. I wouldn't have hung you out to dry. Wait a minute, hold up. Did he say he was driving all the way from North Carolina to Georgia every week? Wow.
Every Wednesday morning, driving and staying in a hotel, and then returning back to South Carolina, and doing that all up until May 18th of
So let
this
me ask
year.
you a question. So a couple things. You left Amazon because you had to move to a different state.
Yeah, I had to move. I had to move back because I removed myself from who I was staying with, which was a female. So
Okay.
which was my best friend.
Whoa. So she was making you pay the rent and everything else, and you wasn't getting nothing in return except paying the rent. Then she kicked you out, or you removed yourself from that situation. That was your friend? I bet you it turned out it wasn't his friend. Watch.
At the time.
So It wasn't a romantic relationship. It was like
No,
a
it was not. It was not a romantic relationship at all.
So another question is, I mean, I don't know how much Amazon was paying you, but they weren't paying you enough for you to get your own apartment?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not gonna lie there either. My credit was pretty bad at the time, so I couldn't do any. So there was nothing I.
How does your credit get bad? I mean, how do you just let it get bad? I don't understand it. I mean, I understand it, but I just to the point. Wait a minute, Georgia let anybody move in anywhere, and y'all got all them services in that state that you can make check stubs up and you can make up jobs and shit like that. Georgia, out of all the states, you can fake everything. But you couldn't figure it out. Well, maybe he couldn't figure it out. Maybe his friend figured it out.
I could do. I mean, the only thing that I probably would have done was if I really want to stay in Amazon in Georgia was probably let in my car. But due to the fact that my family really didn't want me to be in that manner, and my mom, they tried to do something too. They tried to get a house there, but they were not successful. So it was either live in my car, or it was either I had one other option. And
wait, the whole family shit was fucked up? Wait a minute. Wait, what?
that was to basically live in my car and just and duke it out. But that my family, they're pretty much they was like, no, we can't let you do that. So I decided to return back home to South Carolina and was hoping to be with Amazon here in South Carolina. But like I said, HR pretty much fumbled the ball there. So.
Oh, okay, I get it now. He just made the cut above the special checks. You know, those people get to the special check. He made the cut right above it, so he don't get a special check. Okay, I got it. Although he sort of come across as special, he ain't special. But he just made the cut above the special checks. I got it.
Pretty much I had to, unfortunately resign.
Okay, let me jump in. Again, congratulations on being a year cancer-free. Mm-hmm. Just being, I want to be very empathetic to your current position, but, do you feel like this is a time for you to start focus on dating again, or should you focus on maybe getting your next job?
What I'm going to say to that is the sex drive is a motherfucker. The sex drive is a motherfucker. It will drive the ugliest, the fattest, the blackest, the whitest, the most offbeat human being into the dating pool. It just will. The sex drive is a motherfucker. And this is what we got right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we got right here.
To be honest with you, I really just wanted to. I've seen your lives, and I've seen your many videos on Facebook and stuff like that. I was like, I worked up the courage, but I was like, you know what, I don't know what's gonna happen here, but I've always had a mindset to just put myself out there and see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm a hopeless romantic. So it's just like,
Don't say that. A hopeless romantic? That's just like painting sucker and simp on the forehead. That's what it's saying. I mean, it's kind of, well,
I'm always just looking for that. I'm always just continuing to put myself out there because you never know. And I know the many women that's probably just looking at this now, they're probably like, okay, I might not want to get into a connection with a guy that doesn't have a job right now, but I'm a go-getter. I'm a grinder. I mean, all my life, I've always had the short end of the stick, and I've always had to fight for everything. So this is no different. So I mean, if I
All
if
right, okay, because we got okay.
Short end of the stick? What are we doing here? It's almost pathetic, but I guess. Wait a minute. Hey, he got the balls. I ain't got the balls to get on Kendra G. He got the ball. Let him all hang out. Let's see what he's looking for.
Okay, I hear you. So you want to proceed. Just one last question on this. I know you're currently not working.
Mhm.
Can you afford to take a woman out on a date right now?
like I'm just gonna be honest. No, I cannot right now, and that's just me. I'm gonna be also Kendra. Let's just be honest. I'm gonna cut.
The sex drive is a motherfucker. The sex drive is a motherfucker.
I'm gonna cut the chase. I'm just gonna be all the way honest and transparent because that's the only way I know how. No, right now I can't. So they're probably gonna, you know, take some more off the list. So, but I know if in time, yes.
Yes, you're going to be taken off the list. Make us put you back on there.
But right now, no. So yeah.
Well, listen. Again, I'm going to keep reiterating. I do want to be very sympathetic to your position. Something I always talk about. Sometimes there's single seasons, right? And single seasons is when you decide to not date because all the energy is going into getting things that you have to get handled together. One thing I know for sure is you love working for Amazon. So listen, let me put this out there. You are in South Carolina. Anybody watching that works for Amazon in South Carolina, and they can help you, Tyshawn, I'm gonna let you shout out your social media handle. How can someone who works at Amazon, or how about this? Anybody, what city you live in again?
Yeah. I do have, but the one thing is I'm always in the post because I'm deemed an alumni. So I do have my eye on it. So that is no problem. I just had the time has
Tyshawn,
to.
hold on, Tyshawn. I'm trying to help you get a job, baby.
Okay.
So I'm asking you.
The so the Lightbringer 2.0 underscore, that's on Instagram.
What is it?
The Lightbringer 2.0 underscore, and that's on Instagram.
Okay, and what city are you based in?
I am based in Camden, South Carolina.
Okay,
Camden,
okay.
yes, ma'am.
What part? I'm sorry, I cut you off. Say it again.
Camden, Camden, South Carolina.
Okay, and what are your skill sets?
Um, I'm good with numbers. I'm good with problem solving. I'm pretty much any task that's given to me. Pretty much, if I had the know-how and if I had the time, even on a tight.
Autistic. He's autistic. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
Deadline, like I'm able to get it done with a considerable amount of time and that these results. So yeah, I pretty much work hard, and I'm like, if you give me the time frame and you give me the numbers and you give me everything I need to know, I can get it done.
Okay. So if you are in that location, if you have a job, know of a job, could introduce them to a job. Let's be a community and help them out. One more time. What is the IG?
Um, my IG is Tasha. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kendra. I'm just, I'm very, very sorry. I'm just, I'm sorry. The
Do you want to end
Lightbringer,
now? Do you want to end now?
the Lightbringer 2.0 underscore, and that's IG
The Lightbringer 2.0.
underscore.
Okay. I'll let it be your decision if you want to continue. Do you want to continue for the dating aspect?
Um, I get, I guess the right thing to do would to be to end it. But to be honest with you, Kendra, I really muster up enough courage to do this. So I
Well,
guess,
I said it's up to you. We could go if you muster up
I
enough.
mean,
No, 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 no. We want to hear. We want to hear what's going on. We want to hear what's going on.
I do, and if it deems in the results, then it does. If it doesn't, because I'm always at that point where once I commit to something, I gotta go full throttle. And if it doesn't work out, and if it doesn't pan out, then I know I give it a hard try. Because if I do, then if it doesn't end anything, fine. If it does, okay. But
Okay, but
I
one thing
just
we
want
got
to
to
keep
do
going.
is I gotta jump in because I can't.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
about to
yeah.
start,
Let's
so
go.
you gotta let me move in with it. All right.
Yeah.
So Tyshawn, South Carolina, 36, unemployed. Do you have any kids?
No, no kids.
No kids. What's your zodiac sign?
Leo.
All right. What kind of woman you looking for, sweetheart?
Um, I am looking for a woman that's basically gonna be down for me. That's basically I do deem myself as a beta male, which means I can be a leader at times and show up at times, but if there's any alpha women out there that's looking for a beta male like myself, then that's going to basically take the lead. That's fine.
There's not many times that I've been speechless. There's not many times on this planet that I have been speechless. But this man came out his ass and said beta male. Beta male? Wait, what is that?
I know it's probably really crazy what I'm saying right about now, and I'm probably people in the comments will be like, "What is this man talking about?" But I'm gonna live in my truth, and I know exactly who I am. So yeah, so the masculine.
God damn it. Stand up, god damn it. Stand in it. I'm always an admirer of people who stand in what they believe and they stand on what they are. Whether it's chicken, beta male, alpha female, hoe, whatever. I always like to see a person standing whatever they is. Do your thing, brother. First time I ever heard it, but do your thing.
The masculine energy is there. It's just like it's more it's more laid back. It's more it comes out when it comes out when it needs to come out.
Okay. I think you're the first man on record that has said he's a beta male. Okay. Um, so you open to it. So you would rather a take charge woman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Basically, um, just basically be open and be no lying to me, no no manipulation whatsoever. Just be open and honest with me. That's basically my number one deal breaker. If you
How many people gonna come and take him up on that offer? Ain't this what you women been looking for? You looking for a man that will get on top of your program, a man that will get in line with what you want. You make all the money. You ain't got to worry about the children. Ain't this that house husband? Uh, uh, they was talking about in the on the website on the all them rooms, all those talk shows, those panels and shit like that. Ain't this what you call a house husband? Wouldn't he be perfect for a house husband? Alpha female. You ain't got to worry about your kids, ain't got to worry about no money, ain't got to worry about him bucking up, ain't got to worry about none of that. Everything will be taken care of. He could just take over your role and you take over the role of making money. This is perfect, ladies. Step up. All you alpha females looking for somebody to get on your program, here he is right here. Here he is right here.
you're gonna use me, if you see me coming along, if I get a job and you feel like and you see me and you help me along and you start to string me along, if you're not open and honest with me, I just want somebody to be fully transparent with me. No lies, no nothing. If I'm honest with you with who I am, I just want you to be honest with me with, if you be honest with me, I'm gonna be honest with you. So basically full on transparency.
Okay. Should she look a certain way?
Um, she could be basically
Watch him say something crazy. Watch him say what I think he gonna say. He gonna say he like the big girls. Watch this shit. I ain't even seen this video. I can tell. Watch this shit. He like the BBL makeup. eyelashes, hair, nails, everything. Watch.
Yeah, I do love the big girls. I do love the big girls.
Of course. Of course you do.
You love big girls.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
love big girls and you're a beta male.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
okay. So you don't
yeah.
want a woman, you don't want a skinny girl.
And you know, if it happens that way, yeah. But that's big girls in my purpose. But if she's skinny and know how to, and
And he said big girls is his preference. Ain't this about a bitch? I'm loving it as we speak. He done convinced me. Hop on board. Convince me. Yes, indeedy. I am on board with whatever he got going down the pike. Cause he ain't finna beat you up. Cause he like the big girl. And you know them big girls got haymakers, right? You do know that, right? He know that. Because he know that because he a beta male. He done been punched.
she knows if she can get and she can capture my attention, yeah. But
Right.
preferably big girls.
Preferably big girls. Okay. What about money? Should she make a certain amount of money?
Yeah, definitely. Like if she know how to hold her own, if she knows how to if she know how to keep the finances right, you know, if she got a good sturdy paying job, like money really is no option for me. I mean, I'm down for anybody that's willing to take on someone like me. As long as we have a happy relationship, happy medium, we both know how to, you know, bounce off each other. We both know how to, you know, really keep the relationship going. And yeah, money's no object for me.
It's just like a little lost puppy. He waiting for somebody to take him in. He willing to do whatever needs to be done in order to be taken in by some female. There gonna be some female out there, but you manipulative little you know what. You better not be out there trying to take advantage of this man. This man want to be a good man to you. This man want to give you baby. Well, he ain't said nothing about babies, but give you babies, take care of the babies, all the things you say you want, women want. So that, well, I know they like alpha male, but there's some women out here who like this. You can't tell me that. And I mean, you could get his teeth fixed.
As long
I
as
was
you,
gonna, okay. I was gonna say because you said that yes, it does matter how much money she made, but Tyshawn, you ain't got a job right now.
I know, ma'am. I know.
Yeah, but he know how to cook, clean, and all that other stuff. You ain't got to worry about none of that when you get home from work. I mean, ain't this the new hobosexual? Except he a beta male, right? Right?
I do. And I thank you for calling that out. I mean, hey, this is all a part of the process. So hey, I do know there's gonna be some wrinkles in this right now. So I mean, I expect it.
All right, let's do the Kendrick cam, honey.
All right. All right. Let's see. I don't know if I can.
All right, all right. He looked tall. He ain't googly he ain't no googly monster. I mean, he ain't bad, I guess. Maybe everything worked.
I'm in a bad lighting
We
for a
gotta be
sec.
able to see your legs, like your full body.
Okay.
Okay. You actually seem tall, or are you tall? I feel like you're a little taller.
Yeah.
Um,
5'10" and a half. 5'10" and a half.
5'10" and a half. Okay, okay. All
Yeah.
right. We got you, love. Tyshawn, when was your last relationship?
My last relationship was actually it ended actually June 7th. So pretty
Of
recent.
this year?
Yeah, pretty recently.
Was that now were you living with your grandmother then, or do you just move?
No, that was actually we were actually going we were going we I met this woman online on Facebook. She was a big girl and she was actually the type of woman that I actually wanted. And this is the real grit of the relationship, and this is why I'm not in a relationship right now. I let my family and I my the one and I know about Kendra Kim, and I know the three things I got to work on is I'm gonna just state it right now. The one thing I really had to work on is living my own life and living in my truth because a lot of times I let other people, control my life and do me, and they understand, like, and they try to put me in a box. But a lot of times when I'm strong enough to do so, I'm as tough as nails. But when I don't, people control my life, and that's when I usually mess up. So
Tyshawn, I gotta jump in because I'm a little confused. When did you meet the woman of your last relationship?
I met her on Facebook.
When did you meet her? I said, honey.
Uh, I met her in March of last year, March 2023.
Okay, how many times did y'all meet in person?
We never met at all.
He's sending goddamn money. He's sending this chick money. You can't tell me. He said that's his girlfriend. They've been going together since last year up until this year. You can't tell me she ain't asked him for no money. And she ain't. Wait a minute, hold up. Have he had sex yet?
It was a long distance relationship.
So
We never met at all. It
so
was a
your
long
last
distance relationship.
relationship.
No sex whatsoever.
Okay, hold on. So your last relationship was with a woman you actually never met in person?
Yeah, we did a lot of we did a lot of video calls. We did a lot of, we kept in contact. We definitely tried, but we definitely tried to meet up, but a lot of times things got in the way. She was in the hospital. Uh, the few times we did try to meet,
Of course she was in the hospital. Of course she was in the hospital. She couldn't meet with you. Of course she was in the hospital. And therefore she didn't want you to come up there neither, huh? You slick bitch.
she wanted to come. She wanted to come down. She couldn't because something happened. I believe both times she wanted to come down was she actually was sick in the hospital, so she wasn't able to come down. So then, and I tried to meet her, but then, stuff just got in the way again.
And he was sending money, and he wasn't getting no sex. See, ladies and gentlemen, here, this is how you get somebody's money without giving up sex. You can't tell me he wasn't sending no money. I'll call you a liar.
It's just
So how do you break up with a person you never met?
the person broke up with me because I was actually supposed to I actually was supposed to move to her on June 7th that day. And I made the decision not to move because my family told me if I was to go up there, pretty much they wasn't gonna be happy. So
Of course. Because they knew what time it was. Because they knew what time it was. She was already using him. She was already getting money. And she broke up with him the minute he said, okay, I don't think I can move up there. She was ready and willing. She was going to drag his ass. She probably was dragging his ass then for money then. That's why he ain't got no damn money. He was just getting drugged. This is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. I bet she was from Atlanta. Maybe she was that Atlanta friend. Maybe she was that Atlanta friend he was talking about earlier. Maybe she was a friend of a friend. And then that friend who you said was your friend had somebody call you and pretend like he was the one. Wow.
pretty much once again, I wasn't living in my truth. I wasn't living in my truth.
Okay, I want to bring that up because you mentioned that a couple of times about
Yeah.
living in your truth. What does that mean to you, living in your truth?
Meaning I am a person that, well, you know what? When I say I'm a beta male, but I signify that there's more femininity in me than masculinity in me. So pretty much I guess you can say I'm a soft type of guy. So I do love women, but they bring out the softer side of me. So meaning, I like to be nurtured, pampered, someone that's, that sees me as a good man. But
that ain't no bad thing, is it? That's not a bad thing. He ain't said nothing crazy. I mean, there ain't nothing wild. I mean, that beta male thing kind of threw me for a loop. But I mean, everything else ain't been bad. Ain't been bad at all, ladies. This is a candidate right here.
they know that I like my women to be aggressive. Pretty much,
Can I
know
ask
how
you a
to.
question, Tyshawn? I always want to be sympathetic with this show because it's an international show, and I it takes a lot of courage to come
You better not ask him. You better not ask him, Kendra. Don't ask him that. Don't ask him.
on my show. I mean, I just have to say that. So, already kudos to you for having enough courage to coming on the show and open yourself up to the world. Normally when I hear people say I want to live my truth, that's a coin phrase of living their truth in their sexuality.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
just out of
Yeah.
clarity.
So and this is gonna be a first because I know you've had many a first.
He just figured out he was gay. What? Wait. What? Come on. Wait. Keep going.
But I like it when a woman, penetrates me. So
Shut your damn mouth. Shut your damn mouth. He like to be pegged. I'm dead, yo. I'm dead.
pretty much pegging, all that good stuff. Yeah, I know. So this is
Look at Kendra. Yo. No. Wait a minute. That's online with that beta male. Lord have mercy. Woo, child. Wait a minute. I don't think I heard a gay person say they like to be pegged. This dude over here saying he like to be pegged. Lord Jesus. Shut your mouth.
this one's gonna be a doozy for you. So I'm
a doozy, a truzy, a loozy, the whole motherfucker. Excuse my French.
I don't know how to say it. So I'm a guy that, I live in a lifestyle where, I like my woman dominate me in the bedroom. So
let me just ask this question directly, and
Yeah.
I hope it's not offensive.
Nope.
Do you date men as well, or are you open to
No, I
dating
do
men?
not. I don't date men. I do not.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's no men,
No
but
men.
you were what? Okay, so no men. We got that clear.
See, I wouldn't want to take him home for this reason right here. What if I get you home and we got kids and we doing our thing, we living our life, 5 years go by and you say, I want to be pegged by a man. I thought it was just you, but I want a real peg. See, there would be some furniture moved up in that mug, right? There would be some serious furniture moved up in that house. That's why I would not bring him home. But there's some of y'all young millennial people, y'all take chances on people like that. When I get a whiff of the alphabet soup type deal, I ain't gonna be able to do it. But y'all millennial people, y'all like them fluid folks. That's wild.
Clear,
Mhm.
but you are into, I guess, I don't even know.
Men,
I guess
basically dominatrix, pretty much like the woman to be dominant. Yeah. So
okay.
I
So
like.
listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not into a lot of kinky shit. So help me
I
understand. So
I
I'm gonna ask a question.
okay.
And forgive me if I'm not thinking of the right thing. When you said penetrate, the thing that came
Meaning
Tyshawn, let me just ask it and then you can answer. Or you can just explain it. Go ahead.
basically she uses a strap. Basically, she would either use a dildo or she can have a strap on.
Look at Kendra's face. Yeah. Okay. We don't need that visual. We got it. We Kendra just ignorant. You ignorant. Cause you know what he mean. You just try to be ignorant.
pretty much. So she's, yeah. So I'm getting, you know, I'm basically, she's pegging me, or she's. I mean, I'm just.
Look at Kendra face. Oh man. Now, hold up. Kendra come from that wild side of Hollywood. Don't play with me, girl. You know what time it is. You done been to some of them wild parties. You know what them people be doing out there. And when you hear from a regular, normal, everyday dude, you gonna turn your nose up. Don't turn your nose up, because we know them people out there in Hollywood wild. It's called Holly weird. So don't play crazy. She know what time it is.
Just say she's fucking me in the ass. So pretty much, yeah. I know it's a lot. So I mean, it's up to you. Cause I mean, I get the same type of gesture all the time. Cause they be like, what is he talking about? So I mean,
Wait a minute, hold up. Let's be clear. Women don't like that shit too much neither, right? Unless you're doing the porn thing. Women don't like that shit neither. But a man who likes that, they gotta make some special grease for me. I ain't doing it.
like I said, I'm transparent now, so I don't know any other way. So I
And
guess,
and not trying to make you anything that you believe that you're not.
yeah,
You don't think that, and you have no sexual attraction or desires for men.
no, I do not.
Okay. All right. So that's the last time I'll ask that. Okay. You are the first. When you said the first, I didn't think. I was like, God, I done had a couple people, but no, this right here, 4 years of me hosting the show, never have I had a guest get into this like this. So
Yeah, I yeah, I I don't know what it is, but they I'm called a light bringer for the reason because I do not know any other way. I don't sugarcoat anything about my life because I rather tell my story and put myself out there, because at the end of the day, somebody wants to hear it, whether it's this or me being an inspirational person.
Well, he's got that particular thing correct. There's plenty of people out there that like this kind of thing. That's why I said he's a candidate, because some of you women like that. Some of you women like that. Okay. And he's just happened to be unemployed. He's going to be employed soon enough back at Amazon. So he going to be making that $17, $18 an hour. You know, there's a market for that female, that type of female, big girl, all that. There's a market for that, right? He didn't say nothing about you not having no kids. He didn't say none of that. He's a candidate. That's all I'm saying. He ain't got no kids. He ain't no Pookie and Ray Ray. He's just a romantic at heart. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's perfect for somebody. And he probably would be faithful, loyal, lonely. The sex drive is a motherfucker. The sex drive is a motherfucker.
Because I do that too.
Inspiration? No.
I mean, I do a lot of. If anybody's on my IG, I got a lot of inspirational posts on there that I do a lot. It's just what I do, so that's why I'm the light bringer. Because
Okay.
yeah, so that's why my IG is like that. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. 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 Let me try.
I don't know what else to say. He did shit. Ain't nothing else to say. What else he got to say?
To regroup. Let me try to regroup. So your last relationship was with the woman you met on Facebook that you actually never met in
Yeah,
person, that ended in June.
yeah.
So you don't have to answer this next question, but I'm gonna ask. When's the
Mhm.
last time
No, no, no. No. But she gotta ask it, so go ahead.
you was intimate with someone?
The last time I was intimate with someone was actually 2 years, actually 2 years ago.
What did I say? I said he was in a relationship with this chick long distance, and I bet you she was taking his money. I know that it's standard. For him, it's standard. Women see him and say, "Give me your money and I will touch you." That's how that happens. And he's more than willing to hold to put his whole paycheck over there to you. That's what he's saying. I give you my whole paycheck long as you touch me. I give you my whole paycheck. I bet you that's what it is.
It was actually we're actually 2 years ago.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on. You said earlier you do this.
I see all kinds of damn flaws, but let's see what he think his flaws are.
Living my truth. Basically just be, live my truth, be me, and just really. I'm also an overthinker too, because sometimes I can really beat myself. I can really beat myself up, which I've been working on. So not beating myself up when things go wrong, learning how to accept the moment as it is, learn learn the lessons that I have, and move forward and become better.
Okay. And why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Because even though I mentioned everything else, I'm a person that I'm a ride or die. Like, I'm a wholesome guy. I'm down to earth. I'm sweet. I'm kind. I'm caring. I'm that person that can if you're angry, if you're down, if your day was hella crappy, I'm that guy to be like, hey, like, babe, it's okay. Like, I'm just that type. I'm a sweetheart down to earth. Like, I mean, I was raised by my grandmother. So a lot of the times when I said my femininity comes out, I was raised by my grandmother. So my father was never in my life. So I've had to been raised by my grandmother, raised by many of the ladies of the church, and they helped me to be, in the aspect of being a gentleman. They helped me to be that way and I guess you can say I'm empath. So a lot of times I feel what.
Not an empath, y'all. I can only advocate. I don't even know what to say. He's a beta male. He's ready to commit. He wants you to take him home. He don't have a job. He wants to work at Amazon. His ambition is to be matriculated, right? Ain't that the word or something similar to that? He wants to do solid by you. Maybe he'll move out of grandma's basement, or maybe you move in. He like big girls. He didn't say nothing about no kids. And he wants you to peg him. And he wants you to be dominant. And he didn't say nothing about height. Sounds like a perfect candidate to me. Now let's see how many women actually look out for the man. Actually, how many of y'all show up for the man? How many of y'all would take him home? We don't know. But it's a perfect candidate. Hopefully some of you goofy chicks won't take advantage of his ass. But I digress.